Jey Uso aligns himself with Roman Reigns, Aalyah professes her love for Murphy, and Rey Mysterio talks about CAIN Velasquez exiting WWE. Hello everyone, I'm Jose G, and this is your Sportskeeda news update for October 31st, 2020. Jey Uso turns heel on SmackDown and aligns himself with Roman Reigns. As seen during Friday night's WWE SmackDown broadcast, Jey Uso turned heel and joined Roman Reigns. During the main event, Uso defeated Daniel Bryan to earn a spot on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. He now joins Kevin Owens as the confirmed names for Team SmackDown so far. Following the match, Reigns ordered Uso to attack Bryan, and he did just that. He then pledged his loyalty to Roman. Uso hit Bryan with a super kick and then put him through the announcer's desk. Aalyah Mysterio professes her love for Murphy, while Corey Graves interviews the Freak Lars Sullivan. As seen on Friday night's edition of SmackDown, Aalyah Mysterio professed her love for Murphy. Rey and Dominic Mysterio tried to get her to leave with them, but she refused and wound up kissing Murphy instead. Also on SmackDown, Corey Graves interviewed Lars Sullivan in a pre-taped segment. During the interview, Lars Sullivan talked about how he was called a freak for the first time as a child, and how he likes inflicting pain on others, and much more. A guitar and a pole match, plus many other matches confirmed for Monday's Raw. WWE.com has posted their official preview for Monday Night Raw's broadcast, and several matches have been announced. First, Elias will face Jeff Hardy in a guitar on a pole match. The New Day will face Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin in a non-title match. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will face Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose in a non-title match. Triple H helping out with WWE SmackDown Creative. According to a report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, no matches or segments were announced for the October 23rd SmackDown because the company didn't finish writing it until the day before. In addition to that, Triple H was brought in for the last two episodes of SmackDown and was said to have been more hands-on with some creative aspects of the show. While the Otis trials was the focus of last week's episode, the show had a much smaller audience due to it airing on FS1. Many people were against that idea and thought it should have been saved for when they were back on Fox. Rey Mysterio talks about CAIN Velasquez's WWE exit and what he thinks will happen to the ex-UFC star. Former UFC heavyweight champion CAIN Velasquez debuted in WWE last year when he was brought into a feud with Brock Lesnar by Rey Mysterio. Mysterio was then in a feud with The Beast and came to SmackDown's 20th anniversary show with Velasquez in town. Rey Mysterio, in a recent interview with ESPN's Ariel Helwani, spoke about what happened to Velasquez and what he thinks will happen to the former UFC star in the future, saying, quote, I can't dig into the exact situation with CAIN. I do know for a fact that he is very dedicated. He's very passionate about lucha libre and wrestling. I know this was one of his biggest dreams to be part of WWE. I honestly don't think that he's gone for good. I think he's gonna make an appearance and a comeback. And it's very hard to put a mask on someone that has created their own history within the UFC like CAIN. I think the best thing for him was to wrestle without a mask. Rey Mysterio continues in the interview by saying that Velasquez is a legend in the UFC and that he's not forgotten despite him being on the sidelines currently. The former WWE champion said that Velasquez returning would be huge. This is Jose G for your Sportskeeda news update. Follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you download the Sportskeeda app from the App Store for continued updates and stories. Thanks for watching the Sportskeeda news update.